Hello and welcome to Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast, the premier flagship and international podcast about what I'm online. And that's never been more true than today. Today we are joined by Kevin, the Dungeon Master, who's going to take the boys, your favorite geeks, through a dungeon campaign, short campaign. We'll see. My name is Brandon Jones. I'm going to be playing as the rogue halfling. His name is, what is his name? His name is Cade Thorngage. That's my character's name. And I'll tell you a little bit about him.
I never have a plan, but I'm great at making things up as I go along. Also, the best way to get me to do something is to tell me that I can't do it. I'm loyal to my friends, not to any ideals. Everyone else can take a trip up the river Styx for all I care. My aunt, Colleen Adderlead, has a farm in Fandolin. I always give her some of my ill-gotten gains. My aunt, she must never know the things that I did as a member of the Red Brands.
Nick Dahl, who are you?
I am Dalfase Rockseer. I'm always polite and respectful. Also, I don't trust my gut feelings, so I tend to wait for others to act. RESPCT, respect. People deserve to be treated with dignity and courtesy. I'm not getting much respect right now. I have 3 cousins, Gunden, Tharden, and Nordo Rockseer, Seeker, who are my friends and cherished clan members. Though I secretly wonder whether the gods care about immortal affairs at all.
Joseph Gemma Medina, who are you?
My name is Tommy Chong. I'm a wizard high elf. I use polysyllabic words that convey impression of erudition. Also, I spent so long in the temple that I have little experience dealing with people on a casual basis. Knowledge, the path to power and self-improvement is through knowledge. The tome I carry with me is the record of my life's work so far, and no vault is secure enough to keep it safe. And I'll just do about anything to uncover historical secrets that would add to my research.
Nerd.
And Danny K. Bartlett. Danny K. Bartlett, who are you?
I am Sir Philippacio, but my friends can call me Phil. You know where that's going. I am a warrior, human of noble birth. My flattery makes those I talk to feel wonderful and important. Like Nicholas right now, his hair looks beautiful. Also, I don't like to get dirty and I won't be caught dead in unsuitable accommodations. It's the responsibility of my noble heritage to protect the common people, not bully them. So you're safe with me, Nick. My great axe is my family heirloom and it's by far my most precious possession. It looks a little bit like Stormbreaker, but don't let that fool you. It's not really that. I have a hard time resisting the allure of wealth, especially gold, because wealth is going to restore my legacy.
Damn. All right.
Dang. That was good. Oh,
And with that,
By the way, Danny, I have to. I
turn it
recommended
over to
catchphrases for
Kevin, the
everybody.
Dungeon
Hold on,
Master.
not yet. I want to make sure everyone has a catchphrase. So when they're doing something, so Nick, your catchphrase when you heal someone, you say, "I'm Martha Moore doing good," and Danny, whenever you're doing something, you have to say, "Fill me up." And I don't know yours, Brandon. You don't have a pun that is present in my mind right now.
It's a rogue.
No.
You gotta be like some stabby, shaking in the back.
So you come up with one, Brandon. Make sure you declare it. Whenever we do our trademark thing, we have to have our catchphrase.
I'm just gonna run up behind someone and go scream backstab. That'll be backstab.
You should scream it before you actually backstab them, though. That way, there's a chance for them to catch you.
All right, and with that, we're gonna turn it over to Kevin.
Kevin.
You guys, oh my gosh, I'm laughing too hard, so hard over here. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you again, guys, for inviting me and at least letting me be able to do this with you guys. I love D&D, and just to share this with anyone, just by listening to y'all's previous episodes and even just talking here, it seems like this is going to be a really good group to do this adventure here with you guys. That's awesome. So I was laughing a little too hard to hear Jammer's name for his wizard.
Oh, Tommy Chong.
Tommy Chong?
Chong, man.
Tommy.
The High Elf. Wizard 1.
Perfect. Okay. So 2 things before we get this rolling. First thing is that if I call you by your name, by like Brandon, Nick, Danny, Jammer, whoever, right? That means I'm talking to you outside of the game. If I'm call your character's name, I'm talking to you in the game. So make sure you got that split of
Understood.
Cool. And second thing, I need to know how you guys all came together. This is going to help build this story. So are y'all brothers? Are y'all previous explorers or adventurers that have been venturing together? Maybe 2 of y'all or 3 of y'all are really good and one person's the outcast, or maybe y'all all accept the same kind of contract or mercenary something. So
How about
Well, actually,
we've all been doing public speaking every week at the town square. No,
I don't
Wait,
go
Nick,
to
what's-
town
what's-
squares where the
like we're
peasants are.
we're like podcasters
what's your-
before there were podcasting.
what's your character's name again?
Dolphusay Rockseer.
Oh,
Rockseeker.
Dolphusay and Tommy Chong are former lovers.
Okay,
Yeah.
we bicker too much now.
Yeah, we're former lovers, and now we started off as speakers in the public square. We became lovers. Then we fell out of love, but then we also decided to keep speaking together. And Danny and Brandon came along, and now Brandon is de facto leader because he's the only one that doesn't bitch constantly.
What's the name again?
And Phil is too full of himself to be a
Phil.
good leader. He cares too
And
much
then-
about himself.
What's
So
your
ironically,
name,
it's the
Jones?
rogue. His name is Cade.
Cade.
Thornbridge?
Cade
I like it.
Thornbridge.
Nice. All right, so it'd be even better if you guys talk in funny voices or whatever. You can do whatever you want.
Hey.
The better you get into character, the more fun you're going to have. That's just how it goes, right? All right, so I got the names of Cade Thornbridge, Dol Fossé Rockseeker. I'm going to call you Sir Phil, because I think that's pretty cool. Sir Phil. And then Tommy
Philip
Chong.
Asio, but you can call me
Right.
Philacio.
Actually, I didn't get that till just now. Did not realize why you called
Lucky
it that.
you! Oh, Jammer, lucky you. If you just got Philacio.
You mean Tommy?
Perfect. Okay, so let's get this going, shall we? When we get into combat,
Good.
I will kind of briefly explain combat when we get to there because it's just kind of a little easier as we get to there. All right. So here we go. You all are a partner, right? You guys are all parties. A big party. You guys are adventurers. You guys have been adventuring together for a while. You just heard the backstory from Jammer there, right? He went ahead and gave you the whole spill. So you all accept the same contract. You guys are inside the massive port city called Von Rose Landing. So you're in the port city of Von Rose Landing. It's a big, big city. You all are meeting inside a certain tavern in there. You guys are all kind of drinking, you're just kind of talking, and you all are able to come together at this moment. You all agreed to take on this one specific quest that has been hired out. And the quest is that you have to, you're going to be like a bodyguard for a merchant on a ship, and they're going to be transporting cargo from one area to another. So you're pretty much there just to get paid. You're there to make sure everything goes smoothly. You're there just as bodyguards, make sure no pirates try to come and take over stuff and stuff like that. It's just a regular, ordinary, hire, get paid, that's it kind of thing. Cool.
Kind of thing that most podcasters get hired to do. I get it.
All right. Cool. So you guys all start off. Okay, so I'm going to start playing my music here. And if it's too loud or too little, let me know. I can turn up or whatever. And it goes. So tell me.
I think
How's
we're
that?
good. I think it's good now.
Cool. So you hear around you as you guys come out of the tavern, right? You see all around you bustling people going to and fro, buildings upon buildings on top of each other all around you. It's just one massive city, right? You guys start heading down toward where the ports are, right? Where all the ships are docked at port and where the seagulls are cawing and stuff like that. You guys make your way down this long stone stairs going all the way down to the sea level. You have a big stone wall on your right, raising up about 30 feet high up into the air. And as you're looking forward to your left, you see the waves lapping against all of the docks, and you have 3 piers sticking out. And there's 2 ships docked among these 3 piers. Over to your right along this long stone wall, you have a bunch of merchants haggling and say, come to here, I'm going to sell you some stuff, come. You see food, you see animals, exotic animals, you see jewels, you see necklaces, you see clothes. Everything you can think of is so just sold all down this merchant strip, right? Trying to catch those sailors that are coming back in from the sea to be able to spend their money of being out in sea for so long, right? So this is more of a dialogue, right? I'll say my spill, and then you guys just tell me what y'all want to do. And if you guys don't want to do anything or say anything, I'll just keep pushing the story along. Cool?
Actually, I think you could turn the volume down a smidge. I would say a smidge.
Does it seem like anybody's following us? Anybody paying attention to us that maybe shouldn't be?
Sure. So if you want to see if anybody's looking around. So yeah, Phil, go ahead and do a perception check. Roll a d20. Roll that d20. The first roll, I like it. And you're going to add your perception bonus, which is...
I rolled a 12 and I got a +2, so 14.
Your perception is +3, I think. Yeah. So yeah. 15.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right. So I rolled a 12. Yeah, sorry. So 15.
All right. So you are actively looking around, right? You're like, I'm making sure no one's going to get the jump up on us. But as you see, no one's following you around. You guys just look like normal people walking in the city.
Do they have any weed up in this market?
Definitely. You definitely find a merchant further down the road. You see like bongs set out all on top of their on the desk right out front, right? You see this one guy sitting on a nice cushion out front, and he light up his bong already, and he's just smoking that smoke coming out.
Oh, how much for that? The exact one he's smoking, not a different one. That one.
That one? Okay, so you come up here. He's there. He lights it. What did you want?
I want that. What you're smoking, please.
No, man, you can't have this. I'm sorry.
That's very disappointing, but I understand. I hope you have a good day.
But hold on, man, not so fast. Man, people going so fast these days. Come on. Come back.
All right. You've convinced me. It took a lot, but I'll hang out with you. What's up?
Yeah.
I'm also with Tommy. I'm also interested. I'm hanging out with Tommy.
Here, dude. I only got one bong, man. I'm sorry. I got some in the back here if you want some.
Hell yeah, we want some. Well, why else would I stop here? That's the main reason. The particulars of why I stepped in front of your lovely stall.
Hold on 1 minute, man. All right, man. Give me 10 gold pieces.
Oh, you really are high. I ain't 10 gold. That's more than my life savings of 5 gold.
Got 5 gold on you? Man, all right. How about this? Let me finish half of this, and I'll give you 5 for it.
Nah, man. I would have to do 5 copper pieces tops.
What?
I might be high, but I'm not stupid. As you can see with the various books I have in my possession, I'm fairly educated.
Are you taking out the books and showing them?
Absolutely, yeah.
Look here.
Absolutely.
He's
Yeah.
just
Read
looking
this.
at
You can't. It's in a different language. I know other languages. Do you?
Dude, his eyes are just glazing over like he doesn't he's looking at your lips trying to capture. What?
I doubt he speak English.
And I start speaking in draconic language just to. I'm also hitting on him. I'm also hitting on him a little bit. I'm also trying to make
Jammer, are you a woman?
my former lover jealous.
I like it. Okay, so as you're doing that, he's like, "Whoa, is this furball talking?" And he's pointing at you, Dolphast, like he's got a beard and everything, right? Crazy hair, because you're a dwarf. So he's like, "Is that furball talking? Yeah, that's wicked, man." All right.
Thou shalt not call me furball.
Whoa, okay. No,
I am Dolphasir Rockseeker, and I demand respect.
All right. I respect
got
you.
it.
I respect. You know what? I'm sorry. I did not mean to start this whole thing. Let's all just step away. Clearly, you think too highly of your materials here that I cannot afford. All right, Dolphasir, let's go back and let's go back to the others.
You tried to like persuade him or something, or intimidate him. Try to get a little.
Yeah,
Price.
can I?
Go ahead.
Can I try? So I'd like to just try and steal it or do a sleight of hand. Let me do a sleight of hand. And I'll
Easily.
just-
So because he's so wasted, or like buzzed, just you'll roll with advantage. So roll 2d20s and take the higher one. This is gonna be your sleight of hand. It's gonna be easy to pickpocket this guy, man.
Gonna pickpocket
higher
his
one
bong
was
out
an
of his
11.
mouth.
So it was an 11 was the higher one on the d20, and then I've
Okay.
got +5 on the sleight of hand.
16 easily. Okay, so I want to quickly explain the difficulty checks. Normally what happens is a DC of 10 means that it's just an ordinary check that normally would go. 13 is kind of harder, and then goes like 15, a little bit even harder, and then goes to like 17, 20, where it's like impossible. So I have these kind of in my head, and depending on the situation, I'll tell you if you pass or not, So yeah, you easily got this. You as he's going like, taking his hit, what are you doing? Are you still money for him? You grabbing the bong while he's hitting it? Or
Grabbing the bomb.
easily, you grab that
I'm
bong
tired of this conversation.
and quickly replace
I
it.
just want this conversation to end. I can't stand watching these two high motherfuckers just talk back and forth. So I'll take this bomb, give it to my boy, and we're gonna fucking move on about our business.
I know you guys can't see it, but he totally just took off his hat as he's saying that. Oh, it's badass.
That meant he
as
was
you-
serious.
Be careful, Cade. It is not good to steal from drug lords,
Oh, man,
such
that's
as this fellow.
So you snatch that bong from his hand and immediately replace it with one of the empty ones from like behind him in his hand. He doesn't even know the difference. He's just like, I think I'm out, man. I gotta go get more. So he kind of gets up and starts going into the back to get. So you now have a bong which with some nice herbs in it.
Thank
that,
you, Kate. You saved me 10 gold pieces that I did not have.
Kate, are you actually giving it to Tommy Chung, or are you just kind of keeping it for yourself?
Smash it.
Or smash it?
I'm gonna smash it on the ground.
God, yeah.
Right in front of him. Tommy, what do you feel about that?
I think he's frozen.
Is he
He's so
frozen?
upset.
Or is he stoned?
Or is it just in character right now? It's just in shock.
His face is
The shock of losing the weed has lost us our cleric.
Jammer, come back!
Oh, there he is. He's back. Oh, nope. He just had to leave. He was so pissed he left. He's like, I'm done. I'm done with this.
I don't want to live anymore, man.
Oh,
You broke it. You have scrambled this man's.
Oh, he's back now.
I think his spirit was in that bong.
I had to switch over to Coke just for this one moment, and I might regret it. We'll find out on this quest.
Okay. He's pissed.
Tired
man.
of you and
He's
your
like,
goddamn addictions. Smashing this in front of you so we can move on.
Awesome. Okay. So you guys are supposed to be heading toward the ship called the Storm Witch. So
The
that's what
Storm Witch.
Storm Witch, which is one of the ships, like yonder on the dock. Are you guys going to head toward her, or are you just going to keep talking to merchants?
I say we head to the ship, team.
Aye.
Perfect. So
Yes.
you guys come up upon the ship. You pass the first one, and it looks like a little bitty ship. And you're like, not so sure about this one. So you go up there and ask people, and they're like, no, this is not her. And she points over at the other ship, and you see this ship. At first impression, you're like, is this really a ship? And as you get closer, it's just this big, massive ship. It's a two-decker ship, top level and the one within the hull. It has 3 masts, and as you're looking at it, it has 3 levels. The first level itself is flat, and then you can go up staircases, which has on each side, going up to another level on the front and the end. I'm not a boat person, so I don't know the front and end of a ship. So I'm just gonna say the end and the front, right? It's like, so the end has the actual wheel and the rudder, and in the front just has like the lookout area and stuff like that. So there's like 3 different sections of the ship. You can easily walk across the gangplank and board the ship. And as you come up, you see it looks like the crew, right, kind of loading boxes on and taking stuff off, and you see just a busy going to and fro from the ship. It looks like they're getting ready to head out to sea.
All right. So, is this our job? Is this where we're doing our thing? Anybody?
This is where we're going.
Bueller?
This is where we're going. Let's get to work.
I would like to be shown to my accommodation, please. Can one of these fine young men take me to my accommodation? And it better be up to standard.
You're going to talk to one of the crew people, like just
I want to find the closest crew member and ask him very politely if he could take me to my quarters.
Easily. Okay, perfect. So this guy has this big bag of, looks like grain he's holding, and you stop him and you ask this, and he's like, well, I don't know. Why are you talking to me? Why don't you go talk to the captain up over there? Leave me alone. And he starts
Happily,
walking.
sir. Could you point out the captain to us, and I'll happily go talk to him.
The captain is the only female on the ship, Dumbo. Go and find him yourself. Her, not him. Excuse me. and the crew goes further on.
All right, we
finding women.
Should we go talk to the captain about this dastardly rude young man, but also find my accommodations, and plus find out what the fucking hell we're doing on this ship?
Sounds good.
And
Let's
get this
find
guy
the
fired.
female.
Let's find the female captain, please.
Perfect. So you guys board the ship. I'm going to quickly describe of what's on there, so just as you all understand. As you cross the gangplank, you actually board the ship. The first level, the main area of the ship, is the actual deck, right? You see stairs going down to the lower level, and then also on it, you see, it looks like a lifeboat, like another kind of smaller boat in there, right? And then you see all around the edges of the deck and the upper decks, right? The front and the back, you see crossbows loaded all around there. So it looks like it's able to handle itself. They can get on the crossbows kind of like big sea lures, shoots out and like you're going Moby Dick style, right? So it's all around on the ship. And then as I described earlier, to your left, up higher on the back ship, you see the steering wheel, the ship wheel itself. And then you got the rudder in the front, you have like the lookout area, and it's just kind of open. And you have 3 big masses. The middle mast is on the main deck. You have another mast on the butt end, and another mast on the front. And as you board, you see this very beautiful lady standing there, scolding what looks like to be an older guy with shoveled white hair and curly and a white beard, right? He's a little smaller. They both look human. She is fairly built. She definitely looks like she is of noble because she has nice clothes, but maybe she's dressed because she's a captain. She has a nice little cap on with a feather in it and long flowing red hair. Beautiful. And as you come up, you hear the dialogue that's happening between them. Well, Mr. Wiggins, I can't believe you allowed this to happen. How about you get the crew and put them together so we can get this lazy ship off of the port and go to where we need to be? Because we're already behind schedule. Aye, Captain, I understand. Okay, lass, yes, I understand. I will get the crew into shape. And he turns around and starts walking off. and you see what assumed to be the captain just having her hand on her face. Her head goes down, and you hear her mutter, "Men."
I would like to go up to the captain and say, "Hello, Captain. We are the crew that you called for. We're here to help in this accompaniment of the missionness. That's what we're here for, I think."
Tommy, allow me to address the captain. She's clearly of noble birth and a fine-looking woman. I think it's about time you was too. Just allow me to talk. Let the grown-ups speak right now.
All right, man.
Introduce myself to the captain and compliment her in many ways, particularly her flowing, fiery red hair and how wonderful she looks today and what a wonderful-looking ship she has. But at the same time, I'd like to get some more information about where we're going and why we're going there and what dangers we may face.
So, quick question: are you trying to persuade her of what you're trying to do, or are you just trying to flatter her like a puppet?
I'm just using my normal character and out of character personality traits of flattery.
Okay, so I need you to roll a performance check
Yes, sir.
to see if you stumble over words or something like that. So D20 and then add your performance check to it, or your modifier.
Where's my performance? All right, cool.
I
just rolled a
plus
17.
Oh, you're
got
good.
Performance of +2, so I've got 19.
That's good. So you're saying all this stuff, and she's like beaming. She's like, oh wow, really? You think this hair looks nice? Thank you. And she's just eating it up. She's just like, more. And she's like, oh, well, I guess you guys are the help that inquired about about the bodyguard issue that we're having here. Yes, is that it? Did y'all get the flyer on the local board in the town circle?
Aye.
Absolutely.
Aye, well, you all look fairly reasonable. You look strong enough to handle this. Well, yeah, so the job is that we're going to be transporting a bunch of goods from Van Roos Landing, where we're here now, all the way to Glendale Harbor. It will take about 3 or 4 days, depending on the weather, obviously, if the wind's with us or against us. Excuse me. But yes, we're shipping delicate goods, and I want to make sure that nothing bad happens to it. There's a very wealthy businessman on the other side who's paying a lot to make sure that these goods are transported nice and safe, and that's what I'm going to give him. Are we all understood?
What dangers can we face along the way are you expecting for us to protect you against?
She's like, and then it kind of slaps her shoulder a little bit. You're so naive, aren't you? That's why I hired you, sweetie.
All right, then. I'm glad I'm experienced in talking.
You do not expect any danger. But on the open seas, who knows, really?
When do we take off? When do we go on the boat to the sea?
Within the next hour. Once the men finish loading up all of the necessities, we will get off.
Aye, we will get off indeed. Dun, dun, dun.
This is when you say your catchphrase, Nick.
I am Mothma, doing good.
I want to know what happened to the last bodyguards.
Oh, good question. Yes. There happened to be a little accident with a kraken.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It wasn't good, but it wasn't here. It was about a mile down. I think you're fine.
Well, at least we're fine.
Good old-fashioned nautical terms there. A mile down the road.
Just a little bit south. It's okay.
The front of the boat, the back of the boat, mile down the road.
Excuse me, how long have you been the captain, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, I have been captain. I've been the captain of the ship for going on about 3 years now. I was born on a small merchant ship. I was born for the seas.
Right.
All right. You stuffed shirts got your John all done. We can get this show on the road.
Aye.
Perfect.
Aye, aye.
I will
Now,
get.
Captain.
I will get Mr. Wiggins to show you around the ship, and we'll be setting off in an hour. And she kind of waves her hand, says, toodaloo. She turns around and goes through 2 sets of doors. That you notice on the back end, there is 2 stairs going up to the level, right? And there's also between those 2 stairs, there's 2 doors that actually goes down to the lower level. So you have the main staircase on the middle of the ship, and then on the back end, right, there's another set of doors that are labeled captain quarters. So you normally don't go down. That's all the captain stuff, like where she does her business.
That's where I'd like to go.
I bet you would. So Mr. Wiggins starts coming back up as he's like huffing and puffing just because he's grumbling about people not doing their jobs. These lazy bastards that don't even know how to do anything. So the captain told me to show you around, eh? All right.
Please.
All right. Just follow me, you stinking sheep lovers. Just follow me. So he starts showing you around the ship. I saw your face, Jim. It's like, what? Yeah. He's a grumpy old man. So he starts showing you around the ship. I already explained it to you, right? The front end of the ship is described just like the back end. There's 2 staircases going up, and there's another 2 sets of doors also going there. So you guys go down the main staircase in the middle. You go all the way down. You hit the main dining area. It's a smaller quartered ship, and you see there's 2 big tables and some chairs sit around, and you also see around it there's a bunch of hammocks lined up about, right, along the walls, and there's a certain section with just hammocks where currently 3 or 4 people are sleeping in it right now. You can assume this is like the night shift, right? So they're in there sleeping, snoring away, swinging in their hammocks. Going up another set of stairs toward the front end of the ship, you see another door that is the actual chef's, like the cook of the ship. And then to the right, you see it looks like to be a jail, like a cell area. Just in case anybody gets rowdy, right? And it's only for a single person that's in there. As you walk past it, as Mr. Wiggins is showing you around, he's like, this is where we eat and we drink ale and we get merry, this is where we sleep, obviously. And he goes up there. He says, this is where the cook is at. Yep, you can eat any type of. I kind of talked a little German accent there. Sorry.
I have no idea where Wiggins is from. I thought Wiggins was from the Star Trek Enterprise. I don't know.
I thought Scottish.
My accent's
When he's angry, he gets Scottish.
Doesn't everybody?
So this is where the cook is at. And then he goes down further down, and he's like, and this is the prisoner cell. And he points to it, and you see a human man in there right now, bald with tattoos all over his body. His hands are shackled to the floor, and he's sitting Indian style in his hand. His head is staring at the ground. And he's like, don't worry about him. We got to transport him to the next area, to Glendale Harbor. So don't worry about that. And so within that area, there is 2 sets of stairs going up that goes to the doors that lead to the front half of the ship. So I kind of just described the whole ship there to you. So you guys, as he's walking past the hammocks, you know this is where y'all sleep. You guys head up one of those 2 staircases, and you see Phil dramatically shaking his head like, hell no.
Phil, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna seduce the captain just so he could actually stay in her bed, not have sex with her, but just stay in her bed, kick her off to the hammocks.
Clearly, Tommy and I are very, very well attuned together. There's no way I'm sleeping here, young Mr. Wiggins. I really do strongly request that you show me to the captain's quarters, or to some quarters much more of my standing in society.
Nay, lad, nay, no, I'm sorry. No one goes to the captain's quarters. Nope. Sorry.
Sorry, did you just speak slightly Scottish then? I
had a couple of ales in me. Sorry about that.
Guys, do you think we should try and get some information from the bald guy that's shackled? Or obviously there's some stuff we should learn about this right now. Do you think we should try and get some info from him, or?
Wiggins goes up the stairs. He's away from you guys now.
Wiggins is gone.
So you guys can do.
Dude, all right, fuck Wiggins. Am I right, guys? Fuck that guy.
Fuck that too.
Let's talk to the bald guy with the shackles because he seems information heavy.
How do you know that?
Suspicious.
Find out at least why he's shackled up and why we're transporting.
I was gonna ask Wiggins that, but he bounced.
I don't trust that guy. His accent is too slippery.
Hey, don't be racist.
Don't know where the fuck he's from.
I like how Brandon is just like Batman. His guy is just Batman.
Trust him.
That's how it is.
I actually try to base it off of Solid Snake.
Oh, I can hear that too.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Metal
So
Gear.
I think we're going to approach the shackled man.
Sure, what are you guys going to say?
What are you in for?
Yeah, what are you in for?
So the man kind of raised up his head, and his eyes just gazes into y'all's soul, and he's just silent.
Speak.
Is there anything about his tattoos that could give any clues, or are they just regular sea shanty tattoos of swallows?
Oh yeah, wait.
Women?
So since I'm the criminal, I think I might be able to perceive something about his tattoos.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's look at his tats.
Past.
Perfect. So you see the tattoo. You don't have to roll for this because you already know this from Thieves' Camp. You see the tattoos on him. You see a couple of symbols that represents a certain type of gang, a criminal gang that is found within Glendale Harbor, and they actually have like certain messages on there, like certain things that says like dagger through the heart. I love to backstab, take it deep, stuff like that. But no one else can understand. Only you can, right? So that's an inside joke for other thieves that you know about take it deep. Only you would understand that.
And what is exactly what I understand about that?
Only Brand. Oh fuck!
You can
Only
understand
Kate
from,
knows how to take it deep. Unbelievable.
You can understand from rogues, being behind people and stabbing them with certain stuff.
Oh, I thought maybe they were in the same swingers club.
Oh, so you could
So
only.
I talked to him about his tattoos.
Sure. Are you going to do like the secret language with your hands, like thieves, and so he kind of knows that you're
It's like
perfect? So
coward.
we got to see
Do it.
exactly. Cage's there doing with his hands. He's like fingering around like he's just doing sign language, right? And
Taking it deep, fingering around.
that's right.
Help me up!
He ends with a finger up and just kind of swirling in a circle, like he ends. And the prisoner looks at, and his eyes kind of go big a little bit, and he goes back and he responds back to you. But the finger this time goes down and swirls as he's pointing down. You know exactly what that means.
Know exactly what you mean.
Okay.
What does that mean, man,
Could you please explain what that means to us?
Yeah,
I'll
Cage, what
translate
does
for you guys.
Please do.
Kevin, translate for these guys.
Now I'll leave it up to you. What do you think he said? It's up to you. I can say something, but I want to see what you say about it.
He tells me
Peanut butter jar is
he
empty.
tells me not to trust this crew. He tells me he was one of the bodyguards from the last crew, and the rest of them got killed. Don't trust this crew. They're up to no good.
I like it. See, this is how we build stories, guys.
What are we transporting? Can you ask him what we're transporting, what we're protecting? Because if the Kraken comes along, I need to know where we need to stand to block it.
So as you guys see, Brandon's doing with his fingers again, talking. Sorry,
Doing
Kate.
my finger thing. Fingering with the prisoner.
Nice. You actually see
Prisoner
your hands
says
out
that-
there, right? Yeah. He responds back to you with fingers.
He tells me that we're transporting Kraken eggs. That's the delicate cargo.
Shit.
And then
Delicacy.
He also
Delicacy.
tells you that he can't talk because they cut out his tongue, so that's why he's doing the sign language.
Oh.
Who did the crew?
But only Cade knows this, not anyone else, unless Cade tells it.
I'm gonna tell him.
I was one step away from getting this guy drunk so he could speak more, but I'm happy I didn't waste the resources.
Yeah, that would have been a pretty bad reason.
All right.
Was it the crew, Brandon? Was it the crew that cut his tongue out? Is that what he implies?
Yeah, so don't trust the crew because they were transporting the Kraken egg, and that's why the Kraken attacked.
They cut his
And they're
tongue out.
just transporting more Kraken eggs. Just We're just gonna keep doing it.
We can go
All
back
right,
to
sounds
talking in the
legit.
Times Square
he
for
doesn't know.
shekels.
He doesn't know.
What'd
Part
you
of me
say?
wishes you
Dolphessa?
didn't smash that bong, because this sounds like it's gonna be one hell of a trip.
I'm gonna hold on to that forever.
Song.
Oh my gosh. Dolphessa, what were you saying? You said something. Oh, you just. Awesome. Are you guys done with the prisoner, or are you guys like still gonna be fingering each other?
Anybody else got any more
And
questions
on.
for this guy?
And we break him out.
Sir Phil shakes his head. No.
I'm ready to take a nap. Let's hang out in the hammock and chill and sleep until we're needed.
Shall we share one, Tommy Chun?
What? Oh, yeah, man. Why not? This could be our last night alive. I say Shatner-esque.
Before we leave, I promise the prisoner I won't let him rot there. Promise I'll get him out.
Okay.
Oh.
You do some more
Well,
finger.
that's what
realized
I
you
said
can just-
earlier. I was like, we should break him out. We're good though. Don't want to blow our cover.
He nods his
Like
head,
it's honorable.
and then he lowers his head back down to the floor.
I would like
Joy
to know
the
if there are- I
floorboards.
would like to know if there's any card games currently being started by amongst the crew. I would like to go and perhaps be involved in a card game to fill two purposes. One, to make some money, because I do love it, but also to try and garner some information from said crew as I beat them at cards and get them drunk.
I like
Would they
it.
really be playing card games directly when they should be loading the ship?
Right
Some
now
of
they
them
are
can
loading.
shift.
They're loaded. All right.
So right now they're loading on. Probably after they get out and all the sales are lowered and all that kind of stuff and it's out there. Sure, there'll definitely be card games going on.
Cool.
Easily.
So when we set sail, I'd like to be involved in one of those.
Perfect.
As
So you guys
we
hear a bell go on in the distance, ding 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 ding, and it's at the top of the ship, kind of saying everyone to come up. So you
Let's
guys
go
just
up.
wanna-
Let's go up.
Guys, make your way up.
I'm a rebel. I'm staying here.
Okay, perfect. You're down there, just kind of keep fingering the prisoner. Or...
That is the rogues, dude. Actually, the
The
fucking
rogues act- you're picking out the best hammock for you right now, right? You're like, this looks good. Oh,
There you go. I like that.
Look at
Make
that.
sure you got the
Tommy,
best
don't
hammock.
finger the prisoner. Stop fingering the prisoner. Leave that to Kate.
like it. So you guys get to the top,
All
right?
over it.
All up in it.
Sorry, I had to drink some water. So you guys get to the top, right? You see all the crew, and there's about an hour passes by, doing all this kind of stuff. You guys get up there, and you see the captain in all her glory starting to talk to Mr. Wiggins, and she says, "Okay, Mr. Wiggins, please, let's get this ship going, and I leave it to you." And she goes in and leaves, and she goes up to the second story area, and stands up there behind the ship's wheel. Mr. Wiggins turns around and says, "Aye, aye, Captain!" And turns around and says, "All right, you bastards, let's lower these sails, let's tie these ropes up. Tell you what you need to do, let's raise the anchor, and let's get this sorry bag of bones of a ship off this port and out into the sea!" And he has a whip with him, he goes, as he's cracking that whip, just for emphasis, right?
Could I make a suggestion to young Mr. Wiggins, very politely, of course, that maybe raising the sails would be a more sensible course of action if we're to set sail rather than lowering?
I think
I said
lowering the
lowering?
sails.
I think you said raising. Oh, my bad. I did say raising, I meant lowering. Oh my gosh, you know what I meant.
Raise the sails. Is it raising? Is that what
Lower
you do?
these sails!
It's
It's funny because you said lower. That makes sense to me. They lower. They're pinned up.
I guess
They
it
get
depends
lower.
on where you're
Yeah,
at,
so
right?
if you lower them, the wind's not going to get into them and push us anywhere, so we really need them to be raised.
I guess it depends on, what it is. Maybe that they're scrunched up at the top and lower down, or up top and they pull.
That's what I thought they were. Is they're scrunched at
Okay.
the top and they lower down.
They're mixed. The middle one goes up, the other two's on the sides, the front and back.
Maybe we should just start the engine.
They have to make
Is there a 50 horsepower engine at the back?
I mean, he does sound like Scotty. He could just start the warp drive.
Only when he's angry.
All right, so
What do we want to do, guys? What do we want to do? We want to Want to wait for to set sail and go and find that card game?
Hell yeah.
They're not even here.
Let's do
The
it.
basement, Tommy.
So you guys, yep, everything happens. It's just like messing up or hitting like a hornet's nest. Right? Everyone's just scattering all over the place, getting things done. Mr. Wiggins is just still barking out orders with his wannabe Scottish accent, right? And he's just like having everything go. The captain up top is there, just standing nice and proud, looking over everyone, make sure everything is going perfect, right? You guys make it off out of the port. I changed the music so you guys can hear it. Now you're out in the open sea, right? You're starting to see Banrose Landing starting to disappear in the distance, and you're starting to go further and further out into the ocean. What you see beyond you is just open waters, nice and smooth waves. You hear the boat creaking back and forth. Maybe you hear a seagull every now and then, but this is what it is now. So a couple hours go in from this, and you're starting to see the crew starting to relax and kind of get into their like normal things. You see a bunch of the crews do go downstairs, and you do, there is a card game starting up down there if you want to head down that way.
I just want to warn me, friends, first.
Can we
Dwarves
split
can't
up?
swim. I shouldn't be here. This is my nightmare.
Are we allowed to split up?
Easily, yeah, sure.
Tommy already stayed below decks.
All this will
So-
be going one by. Yeah, Tommy, you have no idea. You just hear Mr. Wiggins kind of muffled yells, and you're just like, I don't give a fuck, whatever. You know, I'm still
Yeah.
looking at these hammocks. You guys can split up and do stuff, and as you guys are doing that, I'll explain what's going on with each of y'all. But it's all happening at the same time, just to understand.
Oh, it's like pressing
I'd like to head to the
select
card
button
game.
in Final Fantasy IX. You're basically checking in with all the different characters as you go.
Exactly.
What is this Final Fantasy?
You will find out tonight, young man. Whatever the fuck you are.
Oh man, nice.
Who's going first?
Card game for me. I'd like to go and win some money and garner some information.
Sure. So you go down there, you definitely see about 4 guys down there starting up a card game. That looks like to be a game similar to poker, but it's called Dragon Tales. So it's similar to poker. You can easily go and jump right in and do it. Anybody else joining him?
I stay up.
While he's doing that, I'm going to investigate the cargo hold.
Perfect.
I'm going to start watch.
Start
'Cause I don't
watching.
want to see a fucking kraken.
You're gonna stand up there in the front, right? Stand there next to another ship, a crewmate, right? He's got like nice long telescope looking around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye out.
Someone has to do the job.
Could the dwarf see over the banister, the edge of the ship and see anything?
On
or
his
does he
tippy
have to-
toes, you know, he kind of has to leave it, like stand up a little bit.
Yes.
The guy using the telescope, he pulls it down and sees, Dolphasa there. He's like, dude, let me just get a crate for you. Here you go. And he puts a crate down so you can actually stand up and see over it.
Thank you.
I just imagine
Just
Dolphin
don't
saying
push
like,
me over to the side.
just as I thought, the Earth is flat.
The wizard writes in his journal.
There's a license to it, right? Yeah. Oh, that's great. Cade, what are you doing? You said you're going to investigate the cargo hold?
Investigate the cargo hold.
Okay, and then Tommy, what are you doing?
Sleeping.
So you find a nice little hammock. This hammock is probably the best one out of the bunch because you see like it's the nice soft ropes. You know, you kind of get in there and it's like, ooh, this feels good.
And I'm participating in an unnecessary long rest that would replenish my
We have nothing gone.
my whatever my
Yes.
my spell slots,
Your
but you
spell
know
slots, yeah.
it's it doesn't matter. It's already maxed out, but I like it anyway.
So remember, you don't sleep, you meditate because you're part hell.
You're like Doctor
You
Strange.
just sit there and you're just kind of like meditating and just reading your own thoughts and stuff like that.
I like it.
Perfect. Okay, Cade, the cargo hold, excuse me, is you have to go through the kitchen area, and it's behind that. So as you go in there, I'm going to explain this. So Dolphasa, you're up there doing your thing. Sir Phil, you're down there, you're jumping into that card game. So Cade, you open the door, and this big whiff of smells hit you. It smells very spicy and at the same time sour. it just hits you in the face, and see this one crewmate hovering over like this big pot, and he's just like stirring it, and he's throwing random stuff in there, and he's stirring it, and he's like, what do you want? What do you want? Stop bothering me, I'm too busy. I'm getting a little accent there, sorry. Stop bothering me, I'm too busy stirring the pot. What do you want? Is he like aggressively stirring the pot?
Can I walk past him to the cargo hold, or do I have to sneak?
No, you can easily walk past. The crewmates could care less who's going around, and he's just like, okay, don't bother me. And then you open up the door to the other side. It's a small room, fairly small. And you open up, and you see where everyone was delivering the cargo to. You see barrels, you see bags of stuff, you see boxes, you see crates, you just see all this kind of stuff here. And as you're
Binders
looking
of
around,
women.
what was that?
Sorry, that was like a joke from 2010. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I just said binders of women, but continue.
Oh.
So
Apparently
yeah,
the Romney's in his cargo hold.
So as you look around the cargo hold, you see that's just foods and different types of items like that. You see some ale casks there laying around, and you see this one specific barrel that's kind of off to the side that says "Captain Only" on it. And as you look at it, it's a black barrel, and it had the words on it next to "Captain Only," says "Blackout" on it.
I'm on investigate that shit.
Sure. So you don't have to like roll or anything. You just pop open the cork up top. You sniff, and you smell this very strong like liquor alcohol. It just hit your senses. Like it is straight strong. And
Captain likes to party.
And you're like, this is good stuff. This is what you're getting from it, right? Now remember, you other three don't know what's going on. This is all for you. But
That's why I said it in my voice. I said that in my voice, not his voice.
Perfect. All right, so that's what's going on with you, Cade, as you're doing that. Sir Phil, as you jump into this card game, you see these four guys kind of tossing cards around and throwing money on the table, and you come in, it's like, can you join? And they're like, yeah, come on, pull up a chair, let's do this. So you start throwing money in, and you start playing, right? So in these type of scenarios, you're going to be rolling just to see if you can win money or if you lose money and stuff like that. So go ahead and do we'll just say a D6. Be easy. 1, 2, 3. You make money. Excuse me. 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. 4, 5, 6. You lose money. So go ahead and roll.
D6.
D6.
Couldn't have got any worse.
Oh, 1? No, that means you make money. That's good.
Oh, I thought you said the other way around. Sorry, I misheard you. Oh, well, that couldn't have got any better. So it's a 1.
At least I hope I said it that way. So yeah, 1 through 3, you got money. Go ahead and roll a D4. Roll that, and that's how much gold you got from these guys.
Oh, another 1.
You got 1 gold. You made about 1 gold off these guys. So go ahead and throw the D6 2 more times, and throw the D4 if you win the same amount. 1, 2, 3, you win.
I've got another 1 on the D6.
Perfect.
And then a 4 on the D4.
4 gold.
And the third throw, a 6.
All right, you lost it.
Is there much point rolling the D4 after that?
Yeah, because you lose money.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. A 2, so I lost 2.
So you got back what, 4, 1, 5, so 2. So you got 3 gold made from all that.
Oops, I just banged the mic. Sorry. So is whilst I'm playing this wonderful game, and I lose on purpose to try and make them feel like they are not necessarily being taken for granted or being conned in any way, I'm trying to elicit information from them, especially concerning what happened to the other bodyguards, the cut and jib of the rest of the crew, and also whether the captain is single at the moment.
That's a lot, man. Just to be like, what's going on? So easily. You start to, you're talking, chit-chatting, you guys subliminally throw in those questions, right? It's like, so the captain, huh? Yeah, is she single? Does she have someone? She seems like she needs a man or something. You just kind of slowly throw in those kind of questions. And she is single, and she is married to the sea, is what you get from it, right? She's married.
So she's not single.
Which is it?
Yeah, which is it?
She is single. She's not single, but in her heart, she's married to the sea.
Oh, does the sea love her back?
I guess if she's still living, I guess so. Hasn't eaten her up whole or something like that. Right?
Brandy.
What about anything else that we can gather about the nature of the cargo or the rest of the crew and the bodyguards?
Really quick, this is Phil. This is Phil. I just have one question to ask. Scroll falls.
I'm gonna be totally natural about this. Is she single? What's in the cargo? What happened to the last crew?
Yeah.
So in the
In that
cargo,
order.
you just get just regular goods, food, stuff, supplies, just stuff to, that's getting transported, stuff like that. So as from what you understood, it's the crews. They really haven't opened anything or dug through it. They just think it's
Right.
supplies.
So
materials.
as far as the crew are concerned, it's just regular goods.
Yep.
No,
And
no
then
Kraken eggs.
for your other type of information, they do talk about Mr. Wiggins and how he is kind of annoyed by the captain because the captain likes to high hand him and stuff like that. And you get word in the gist of it that it feels like Mr. Wiggins wants to own the ship himself.
So a mutiny afoot. A possible mutiny afoot.
Possible. And
Right.
you also feel that, or you gain or honor from them, right? That some of the ship, with some of the crewmates would be on Mr. Wiggins' side, and some of the people would be on the captain's side.
Okay. I thank the gentleman for a wonderful game of cards and gather up I believe I won 4 gold coins after all of the
4, so you had 5, lost 2, so you got 3. So you got that 3.
three gold coins. And I gather up them, I bid them farewell, and then I go to head off to go and find young Mr. Cage to see what he
Wait, no,
discovered
you made-
in the hold.
You made another one that first time, right? I think you made
One
another
third.
one.
Wait, and I'm sorry, I might have missed it. Did they tell you anything about the cargo?
No, as far as they're concerned, it's just regular goods. So yes, they
So
did.
it's
but
not,
there's
it's
no
not
mention
just
of
regular.
Kraken.
It's not regular Krakens.
Not regular Krakens. It's bog standard Kraken eggs.
Gotcha.
But no mention of Kraken eggs.
Walmart
it's just
brand,
standard
Walmart
issue
brand
stuff.
Kraken.
Walmart brand.
McCracken.
It's just sardine eggs.
Cream
Not even
Krakens or
Target.
sesame seed
Not even
Krakens.
Target Krakens.
What kind of
Target
cheese
Kraken.
goes with that kind of Kraken? I don't know. Is that an old cheese or goat's cheese goes with that Kraken?
Let me tell you about cooking later,
so-
brother.
If we could snap back to me, I have had a realization through my meditation, and it's made me acquisitive toward the captain on many levels. I thought about the Kraken eggs, and I thought about her complete seeming lack of knowledge on it. So I decide, you know what? Maybe I go to the captain. I take a little bit, give her a drink, and I don't want to just befriend her and talk to her about the cargo and see if there's anything that I can garner.
Sure. So you wake up and you go up there. You grab all you have is available is ale or water right now. So you'll take the kind of like a darkish liquor or color of ale. You go upstairs are you going to try it? And you see her. She's still up at the back end of the ship talking with a crewmate and just doing like some bigger bagger like back and forth. You go up and you approach her. Are you going to give her the ale and say all this to her?
I'm going to say, "You're working hard. You should start hardly working," and then I'll hand her the ale.
Oh my gosh, there it is. All right, performance check. Let's see how well you do with this.
Oh,
D20.
fuck.
D20
Jam.
and then add
And take away.
-1.
Take away 1.
Yeah.
20!
Oh yeah, nat 20.
Hey!
You are smooth talking with her. You're
Excelsior.
like, here you go. And you're just like,
Someone's
so,
getting laid.
are you working hard or hardly working? And she's just like, oh, that's so funny. You're so funny. That's cute.
And I said, calm
no.
down. I don't swing that way. I just want to be friends.
She's like, oh, and she kind of straightens up a little bit, like, oh, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry if I came onto you like that. I'm very professional.
Excuse
I'm
me?
sorry.
No problem. I just want to get to know you a little bit more and sort of understand the captain that we're working under. So, tell me a bit about yourself. Why this ship? How did you come upon this ship, and why is it yours at this point? How did you get it?
Oh, that's a very, very interesting story. This used to be my father's ship that my father's father, my grandfather, actually owned and passed down. Unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately for me, my father didn't have any sons, so it came to me. And like I said earlier, when we were talking, that I was born on an old merchant ship that my grandfather used to own along with this ship. We had some problems in the past. Our business wasn't picking up as much. So my grandfather turned to piracy and started heading that way. And he got captured by a rival gang, a rival pirate, and was beheaded and thrown into the ocean. That's when my father took over command. And then my father noticed or saw that, hey, piracy's bad. We need to be into the, a better business. And she kind of looks around and like thinks about it. It says of transporting valuable goods to willing paying customers. She didn't say any more about that. And then he, bless his soul, and she kind of does some like moving signs with her hands and says that, he passed away and it came into my hands. And that's how I came upon the Storm Witch, because no storm can handle this beautiful witch.
Interesting. So you mentioned a bit about how you have the difficulties with the business of the ship. So what was the magical panacea of the business, as it were? How have you made it so that you are now a profitable endeavor?
Let's just say that a lot of people have a lot of interest in the transporting business.
I take a drink for my drink.
Well, it was a drink that you were supposed to give her, right?
No, I had 2 drinks, one for me and one for her. I gave her.
Oh, you had 2 drinks. Okay.
I had 2 drinks.
You just had the drink like.
No, no. So I take a drink, and I'm like, so do you like seafood?
Oh yes, of course. I love sushi. And all that.
Personally, I'm a huge fan of eggs. My favorite eggs are of the mackerel persuasion. What sort of eggs would you say you like?
I can't really say. Maybe caviar. That would probably be my favorite.
Interesting. Is there anything remotely egg-like in this ship?
She kind of looks at you. She kind of looks at you and squints her eyes a little bit.
Caviar.
Not of my knowledge. No.
Oh.
Caviar, definitely. I always have caviar available for me.
Am I able to do a perception check on her and see if she's lying?
You can do an insight check for sure. Read her.
Insight check. I want to do insight check on this bitch.
Go for it.
All right. 16.
Easily.
16 plus. Okay.
You guys. So as she's kind of squinting, she definitely thinks something's amiss with your question, and you actually see like a little bead of sweat kind of go down the side that otherwise would not be so like seen with other people. And that's when she answers, no, not to my knowledge. I always have caviar.
Interesting. And I'm like, well, enjoy that drink. I hope everything goes well, and I better fuck off to the ship, so I can take a look, make sure everything is hunky-dory, and I'll talk to you later.
And she's like, thank you very much, and she wants to reaches out to clink her mug with yours.
And I match it.
Awesome. Clink. And she's like, Prost.
Prost.
Prost. And she takes a nice, first she kind of sniffs it, and like kind of like sticks her tongue in it.
Hold on. And I say like, oh, don't worry. I take it from her. I take a nice swig and I hand it back to her.
Okay. And then she kind of looks at you first for a couple of seconds.
Don't worry about it, baby.
And then she takes a drink of it. All right. So while that's going on, Cade, I want you to do a investigation check for me. D20 and add your
investigation check.
Who's he investigating?
He's still in the cargo.
I'm still in the cargo.
With the cork in his hand, sniffing that blackout.
Oh, right.
Going through.
So I rolled a 15.
Perfect. So you stop her back up. You just remember, hey, there's some good liquor going on. Ooh, I like it. All right, you stop her back up, and as you're kind of looking around, you see this dark green box that is stuffed inside. It looks like a bunch of feathers that's kind of hitting within. It's like a crate. You see it, and you definitely want to go. You feel like you want to go and look at it.
What's in the box?
You crack it open, and as you crack it open, it goes, and you look down, and you see a bright blue egg sitting in a nice.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh.
You missed an opportunity. He isn't cracking open. He krakens it open.
He krakens it open. Oh man, missed it. He krakens it open, but he doesn't know it's a kraken egg though. You know, never know. He krakens it open.
True.
You see this bright blue, you could assume to be an egg with black spots, sitting inside a bunch of wool, like cotton, right? Inside this box. You do anything with it?
I think I have to seal it back up.
Sure.
I mean,
You cracking it close? No, it doesn't.
Cracking it close.
and then I go find Phil.
Perfect. All right, so you
I'm
kind
sorry,
of just
not
push
Phil,
everything
Tommy.
back.
One of
One of them. So you push it back and make it look like no one's ever touched it, right? All right, so that's for you. All right, so Dolphossi, as you're out there standing on top of your box, looking over the edge, looking around, keeping an eye out, right? The guy with the telescope looks at you and says, "So, why are you here?" As he's looking around.
Well, and I throw up over the and I'm like, oh, does it have to move so much?
He just kind of like stands to the side, like away from you. He's like, "Oh shit!" No. he goes to the other side. It's like, I'm okay. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Well, we're not meant for the sea. So I go to find a restroom to clean up.
Awesome. So you just try to go look around for like the John, right?
Yeah.
All right. So okay, you find Tommy up, coming down from the steps from talking with the captain. At the same time, Sir Phil's coming up the steps from his card game, and you guys see each other. So as you come up the stairs, right? Because there's two stairs next to the prisoner and up. You go up the stairs, and you're coming out of the front doors on the front half of the ship. So all three of y'all see each other, and you all hear a "Brah" sound, and you all look up, and you see Dolphasa just puking up his guts, and he starts dry heaving because he has no more left. He just exactly. And now you all meet up on the main deck.
Well, I would
Greetings,
immediately like to
fellow.
share the information that I have gathered, so everybody is now officially aware of any information that I have.
Everyone talks at the same time.
It's really.
That's like normal. Yeah.
Stop. Listen. Stop. Listen.
Even though Dolphasa is still throwing up there, he's just like,
Shut up, Dolphase.
Choke it down. Will you choke that down? This is important.
awesome. So you guys pretty much
Second
tell each
meal.
other
Yeah.
everything.
Holy shit, I found
Yeah.
the egg. You won't believe me. Metal Gear. I found the egg.
Well, I was a bit suspicious by the whole situation, so I spoke to the captain. That bitch lying. She knows about the eggs.
Are you saying this loud because the captain is right there? Or you're just
Oh,
kinda like-
she's next to me? No, I'm not saying that loud. I'm thinking.
Still in that second row. She's in the back half and you are on the middle.
Sorry, I'm more like, that bitch lying, guys. I'm whispering.
I said, bitch.
So I whisper it so that
Did you really say
only
that? Did
only
you really say
us
that?
in the vicinity can hear. It's like, she's acting a little strange. I asked about cargo, and she seemed very suspicious that she swat while she was talking.
She swat.
She swat.
She swatted, man.
Oh my gosh. My cheekbones are like hurting, man. My muscles.
Welcome to the show.
Oh man.
Sweaty
I'll be
redhead.
able to make even more voices.
The swatty redhead.
Okay. Okay. So
So
you
are they
guys-
in reports, boys?
I'm waiting for
Feeling
someone
so
else to say something. Apparently, it's not
I'm too busy
happening.
laughing. I'm so sorry. I have to gather my thoughts.
You guys
I'd like
bring-
to share the information about the dubious first mate and his potential mutinous ways.
And
And
here's
as
what I
far as
learned.
the crew are concerned, there are no Kraken eggs.
What I have learned is that I'm trying to stay away from the Batman and get closer to Thorgan. I have learned that water is wet, and
Okay.
ships move a shit ton, and I hate it here. Fucking
He was
hate
like,
it here.
you know what else is wet? Vomit. It's very wet.
But it's chunky.
It's all in your beard.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, clean yourself.
You want to lick it out?
horrible
Here, you know what I do is
Not
I
me,
actually,
Chung.
I lovingly sort of wipe the vomit from his beard.
I like
Thanks.
it. You get like a little handkerchief out and just kind of pat his beard.
Pretty much.
Or the little shawl you got around your neck.
That smells
So
like
now
that.
that everyone knows what happens now.
We take this ship.
So
No,
this
calm
is
down.
for like a couple hours now, right? You guys are all. This all happens within a couple hours of each other. It's starting to get evening and stuff like that, and everyone's kind of wrapping stuff up. The captain goes down to eat. Her dinner gets delivered, on a silver platter to her quarters, and everyone heads downstairs for like the dinner meal, right?
The best part of the day.
So you can puke
Filling
more.
myself up more with so I can throw up.
I'm hungry.
That's true.
So you guys have. I'm just going to tell what happens. If you want to do something in between, just let me know. But you guys go down there, have a nice, lovely meal. With all the people. Everyone's kind of crammed down in there except for the captain because she's on the other wall in her own quarters. Everyone's eating their own food and having merry time and stuff like that. One guy starts telling a story, like he started to get struck up. He's like, yeah. So funny story. When I was back on the land. Oh man, this is great. And then that happened, and he's like, Smithy, what are you talking about, man? You're making no sense. I didn't. Well, no. What happened? Okay, what happened was, let me get my thoughts together. So at a tavern in Blinkenstein, that place, there was a nice tavern which had a nice set of heavy loaded front, if you know what I mean, right? Yeah.
Aye.
And another guy's like, come on, Smithy, come on. What? Just say it already. I'm getting there, Reed. I'm getting there. You always have to interrupt me when I'm trying to do a story. And then you have Middleton on the other side. And he's like, yeah, Reed, just shut up, man. He's trying to tell a story. Thank you,
Yeah,
Middleton.
Reed. Shut up,
Thank you.
Reed.
Thank you. Nicely dressed half-elf guy. Thank you.
You,
And
David.
for the listeners to know, he just kind of threw his shawl around his neck. He's like, so this nice tavern witch, right? Nice set, beautiful curves upon curves. I was able to talk to her, and her and I connected. You know what I mean? We had this spark in our eyes. She took my hand, and we started leading upstairs. And then Reed interrupts, Smithy, no, that's not how it went. No, I didn't. Reed, shut up. I'm trying to tell a story. Middleton's like, yeah, actually, I was there. That's not how it went. And Smithy's like, Middleton, no, don't you dare. And Reed's like, yeah, Middleton, let's hear it. Let's hear what it has. Middleton's like, so this is really what happened, right? Smithy got wasted, and he tried to bewilder this tavern, this lady, right? And as he's getting leaded upstairs, he starts grabbing his stomach, and he ends up shatting himself going up the stairs. You can see that Evan is getting dropped down on the stairs. And then as they get to the room, you hear her scream, and he runs down the steps, falls, lands in all the smearing, and then runs out the door. No! And you hear Smithy's like, no, that's not how it went. And then everyone around just busts
Hold on
out
a
laughing.
second.
Shitty
I want to stop.
Smithy.
Hold on. I want to do an insight check on Shitty Smithy or whatever his name is.
No, it's the nickname is Shitty Smitty.
I roll 10. Fuck. What's my insight? Where the hell is that? 13 total.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Inside
you
check,
know,
drunk
you
man.
know he's lying through his teeth. You know, he's trying
Damn
to
it.
be like, Middleton's obviously telling the truth. You know, he's just trying to make himself bolster, and everyone's just booting him down like, dude, you suck. Whatever. This is really what happened. He kind of just sits down and just kind of like sulks a little bit and just drinking his ale, and everyone's busting out laughing around.
And while this is happening, or afterwards, I decide to revisit the captain. And do I bring the posse with me? Does the posse, because we have talked to the posse about, you know, what my findings were. Actually, I'll talk to them first. What do you guys think we should do right now? She seems suspicious. She seems like she knows what's up.
I want to ask her about the prisoner.
Oh, okay. So
Might I suggest that now we have information regarding her special wine downstairs, that we maybe, young Tommy, you take her a couple of glasses of the captain's special wine. That may make her tongue more loose for you.
That is true. That is true.
I'll come.
So, hold on. Here's a question. Is the captain's wine on tap right now, or is it a secret?
It is definitely a secret.
Maybe
Okay,
we
It's
should
shared
just...
by Kate. Kate has
Alright.
shared it with us.
Or,
Okay,
oh,
shit,
fuck,
dude.
I have an idea. Hold on. Oh, fuck, I have an idea, I say. Rogue, I need you to go. I hand him a chalice or whatever. Take this, dip it into her special brew, then bring it over to her as we question her. That way she knows we know what's up and that she needs to be more forthcoming towards us. As she takes a sip, she's like, hold on a second, this shouldn't be, and it is. So, dot.
And it is.
All right, Kate. You gonna do
Kate,
it?
I'm waiting on you to react.
Let's do it.
Okay, so as everyone's having fun, merry, drinking, telling, laughing, busting each other's balls and stuff like that, right? You go and sneak back. The cook's name there, he's out there drinking, you know, you sneak back there, you got the chalice, you find the exact one black barrel, tip it over, fill it up, and you're starting walking out. Are you all kind of meeting up on top of ship?
Let's all meet on top of the ship.
Let's
Right.
What was
let's
it?
converge, baby.
Nice. You all up and you guys are meeting on top of mid deck. You all see that that's a nice clear night, and there's a couple of like 2 or 3 people up top just kind of keep an eye and the night watch. You go to the captain's quarters and the door is unlocked.
And we knock.
And then
So you knock. You hear the captain's voice is like, "It's unlocked. You can come on down."
We come on down.
So you guys come down, single file, whatever, right? And you guys end up being inside her foyer, where it's like just where her main
Inside her
dining
foyer.
table is. It's a room that has 4 doors, right? 2 doors that go upstairs or go up to the outside, and another 2 doors that are separated into 2 different rooms. And you're in like her main eating area with a big table, nice cutlery all laid out, and it's like 10 chairs all around and stuff like that. She's there, nicely cutting her meat and eating it and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's you guys. What do I owe the
Yes.
pleasure?
So we all sit down, and I slide her the chalice, one of the chalices. Who's
Oh,
the smooth
please,
talker?
please sit down and make yourself.
Who's the
Welcome.
smooth talker?
Who's got the best charisma here? Hold on.
Yeah.
My charisma is dog shit. I'm -1. So it's not me.
I got +1.
I got plus
Got
2.
plus-
Plus,
I'm +3.
Whoa.
Guess it's me.
Oh, there
Go
it
with
is.
Kate.
Sexy Kate.
Hey.
So we sit down. I pass her chalice. It's a lovely evening, isn't it, man?
Yes, it is. Oh, this chalice, thank you. What is this?
Well, let me tell you. So, my mates and I, we've been going about your ship, meeting your crew, having conversations, and came upon some suspicious things.
Oh.
The thing that concerns me is I feel like we're walking into this bodyguarding job blind, and the things that we have learned have caused us great distress.
What do you mean, things you learned?
I learned I can't handle ships. What have you guys learned?
and then he throws up on the table.
No, I don't. Can I roll to keep it?
Hold it in. Yeah, no, you keep it in. That's good. You keep it
You
in.
got it.
You feel a little bile come back up. You're like, "Eh," and you just swallow it back down. You're like, "Ugh."
Swallow it back
There
down.
you go.
Stow that shit, dollface.
I...
What information are you talking about? And then she's now looking. Now she's kind of curious, and a little questioning, and she looks at the chalice and looking at the different liquid. She's like, "What is this?"
Oh, that's your special ale that you got stowed down in the basement. That's not the only thing special.
Oh, God damn
down
it!
there.
She's like, "This." And she's like raises it up to her face and sniffs it, and takes a little sip. This is my blackout. What were you doing in the cargo hold?
That's
And she
right,
puts the
Peggy
chalices
Sue.
down.
You found out from that man you have shackled to the floorboards like some kind of animal. That you killed the last set of bodyguards, cut out his tongue, and you're also hiding a Kraken egg downstairs.
Jesus
we just want to
Christ.
know what the fuck's going on. What's really going on?
She kind of leans back in her chair, right? And she's now like just like staring out all four of y'all. She rests her hands on the palm of her sword that she has always at her hip. She's kind of looking around at you guys. She's kind of gauging each one of y'all to see what's going on here.
Listen here, lass. I see you over there with your hand on your hilt, about to skin that weapon, but let me tell you, there's one of you. 4 of us. It's not the best thing for you to do, not the best course of action you can take right now.
Like
Best
these
thing
odds.
to talk to us.
Ooh, you gonna do intimidation? Wait, let's see. That sounds like you're.
Oh shit!
Sounds like
Roll
you're
that
intimidating.
shit.
Roll that. Roll it. Roll an intimidation check.
Roll that shit.
Can I intimidate too?
Or tap it, right?
13.
Oh, plus,
Plus-
you got it. You're
You
easy.
gotta
So
add-
she's
13 plus 3.
Oh,
So 16. Okay.
got it.
do the
So
same.
she's definitely intimidated. She's like, okay. Well, how about we come to a deal between all 4 of y'all? I cut you in on the profit of this transportation little venture I have going on. You will keep quiet, yes?
It depends on what you're talking about.
How do we know we
Now,
can
if
trust
there's a
you?
fair point
And-
to be made, if there's a fair
and
point to
Dolphus-
be made, we should hear her out.
And Dolphus say something like, I'll settle for those bracelets that keep you from getting seasick.
No, what I said was, how do we know we can trust you?
How much profit are we talking about?
Yes.
Well, we can't really trust each other, can we? I mean, there's 4 of you, 1 of me, and you have at least 20 plus other people on the ship that are against you. So I think the numbers are in my favor.
Well,
There's many ways
Oh.
to
Can we
get a
huddle?
cat.
Can we huddle?
No, hold on. Not huddle yet. I feel like Mr. Philface has something to say. Not Philface. Sorry.
Well, I
Phil-
think
Philacius.
yes,
Sir,
I
Felicia.
think we should huddle. I think we should huddle first. I don't think we should tell her of the.
We should make sure
impending
while we're
action
huddling
of
that we don't have her back. That we don't have our backs to her. Just a heads up.
Yeah, I don't think we should
I'll
tell her
stand
that
like
yet.
this, and you guys can talk behind me.
Or maybe we
Alright.
should tell her. Maybe we can tell her that there's a possible mutiny, and we will protect her. We will protect her for a sizable share of the loot. So in character, I would be after more money, but willing to protect her for it, and let her know about the rumblings of a mutiny.
I'm down for that.
Oh, but I would also ask why the secrecy.
Which
Let's
about
talk.
what?
Because
About
this
any
is-
of it, about the
yeah,
Kraken
well,
egg,
why-
about the alcohol.
Yeah, why?
Oh, you mean ask her?
Yeah, why
Gemma?
the
You mean ask
alcohol?
her? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, okay.
yeah. I mean, ask her.
Yeah.
So, is it cool if I ask her these things, or actually, I prefer Brandon, or excuse me, Cade
Who?
ask these things
Who?
because
Thank you.
Cade. I'm sorry.
Who's this Brandon?
I prefer that Cade asks these things since I'm not a fairly good looking fellow, unlike Cade.
Okay.
So listen here, Peggy Sue. Here's the deal. You have offered to cut us in for some profits, but the problem is, whatever you were offering, it wasn't enough. We have some information for you about the ship and the crew that you might find useful. So we want more money. We also want the use of your ship unlimited until we decide we're done with it. For the information that will save your life.
That's not at all what I asked you to do, but okay.
And then you're gonna tell us why you're so secretive about the stuff in your hold.
First, tell me, why is my life in danger?
Don't try to look tough. No, that's not what I checked. Tell her the
Your
information.
first mate is not your friend.
Yeah, I was trying to decide, like, the information is our leverage. If we give it up.
Hold on a second. Hold on a
Shouldn't have
second.
protection.
Let me just take a drink. Let's just say you may not know exactly what's going on in your ship.
You're not clear about all the allegiances on your ship. We're the only
I think
ones you can
she-
trust.
She tends to understand. She's getting like, okay, I think I know what you're getting at. She kind of sits back and puts her fingers and thumb on her mouth and sits there and thinks.
Don't touch your face. There be a virus. I've heard about it going through sea shanties.
Also, we're at least 6 feet apart, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, easily. Right? Yeah.
There be a plague.
Don't worry, most people don't believe it.
I think we come to an agreement. Yes. Let's say, how about 75 gold pieces each?
But you still haven't clarified. Why do we not? Why are you so secretive about the eggs of the giant octopi?
Let's just say I like to dabble in the black market of trading. There is a high price on this, and not many people want another Kraken being born and loose.
Why the special liquor?
Oh, the liquor? It's just because I love it. And she takes another sip.
I like to drink.
You know what? A lot of this, and how about you drink a cup of this, and I'll tell you why it's called blackout.
I shall drink it.
I'd say.
But I have a bigger
I'm happy to-
constitution
I'm-
than
hold
most.
on.
I'm a dwarf.
I'd say we're happy to partake, but we want to make sure you finish that chalice first.
Oh, yes.
Let's just say I need my wits about me with you 4 rounds. So she just puts it on the table and says, "You guys can have it. Thank you."
I will take it.
Perfect.
No, you fucking idiot! Don't do that. What are you doing?
I'm a dwarf. I'm like Thor or some shit. I can handle my liquor and drink Asgardian shit, right?
All right.
I down it. One
I
drink.
wanna ask her-
you down it.
So
He downs it.
I
He
wanna
just
ask her one more
Asgardian
question.
freaking arsenic. Asgardian arsenic. He just freaking downs it.
I want her to tell me about the prisoner.
Yes, the prisoner. Yeah. So, I guess if you've already talked to him, I'm surprised because he's missing his tongue. How did you even know about him?
Don't worry your pretty little redhead about that.
Well, he was part of the previous bodyguard crew who was permanently stationed upon our ship. Let's just say that I got a warrant back when I was previously in Glendale Harbor for his arrest for a good price on his head. So when I found out that that's who he was, and I'm giving him back.
I think I'm getting sick again.
So, Delphase, I want you to roll a d20, a Constitution check, but you have. I'll make sure I got this right.
Ooh!
Your background as resilience, advantage against saving throws against poison. Yeah, it's not poison. All right, so just roll d20 and do your
Nat
Constitution.
20, nat 20.
Oh my gosh, awesome. So you down it, and as she's saying this, she keeps like kind of looking over at you while she's talking, expecting you just to fall out onto the floor. And she's like,
Bitch weak.
she kind of raises her eyebrows and like her eyes go a little big, like, huh. She's very impressed, you know. You're just like not blacked out, right? You're like burps. Burp. Hey, this is good. Got more?
Yeah, no. Can we just like split the shit? That'd be part of the deal. You can pay me in liquor.
Like if you want more, yeah, of course I can.
No, it can be part of my pay. I still want gold, but it is delicious. This is the most delicious thing I've ever had.
So are we all in agreement? 75 apiece.
Did you just give up part of your pay for freaking alcohol?
Some of it.
Okay.
No,
So everyone gets 75 except for Dolphus. He gets like
Yeah.
he gets
He
60.
gets pissed.
yeah, I'm okay with 60. I'm gonna keep drinking this shit. You feel
Well, hold
good
on,
all the
that-
time?
Okay.
Like I know
Surely that
buzz
means we get
going.
another 5.
What?
Sir,
We get another
yeah.
5 each then. We'll have his share.
We have an
We'll get
accord.
80 each.
No, she's giving me alcohol instead of that
Yeah.
part of my share. She's not. The money's not going to you guys. It's going towards my consumption.
No, it's going to us.
No, it's going to
Oh, I
all
made
you
a deal
guys.
with
The
her to
money's
pay me
there.
less
It's
in order
there.
for alcohol.
But she's paying us more
No, why would she give you more gold?
because we're not getting alcohol.
But why would she raise it?
Because
She's
we have
giving
the
you
I've
power.
already made the exchange. She's giving me less
We have
cash.
the
Why would she give it
leverage.
to you
We
guys?
have the leverage. God damn it, Dolphus. Say, just have your drink.
This is why you two are no longer together. This is why.
We've fallen into breaking geek
That's
rolls
good.
rather quickly.
Oh, perfect. So, are we all in agreement? Yes.
We have an
75
accord.
apiece.
We have an
and
accord.
with the hard, sturdy dwarf over there. You can drink
Alright.
as much blackout as you want, but your gold is still there. I'll divvy it up among the other people if you want.
Nope.
Nope.
So,
We have an accord. We're delighted to partake in this discussion and this business organization deal.
Perfect. So she raises
Do we want to
her-
free the?
her-
Do we want to free the prisoner?
Oh, I forgot about that, dude. It's up to you,
No,
buddy.
Not yet.
Are you talking or out of your... She's right there.
We're huddling.
We're huddling.
I say we keep the prisoner
give us
where
a
he is
sidebar
for
real
now.
quick.
Why should we keep the prisoner where he is? Why not maybe free him as a
Well-
part of the deal, even though the deal's
well-
already been made, apparently?
It's a maneuver I learned from a fellow named Indiana Jones.
Well, we
I
know
would
that
stay
why she's
undercover and
kept him
live the
there,
prisoner.
but we don't know he's necessarily a good guy, so to speak. There's nothing to say that he's unless Cade goes and talks to him and finds out more information. There's nothing to say he wouldn't kill us as soon as we'd set him free. He's not done anything to show us he's our friend. except
Well, I
for-
say we don't set him free yet, so we don't blow
Tell
our
us about
cover.
the egg to begin
It's true.
with, and tell us
He-
to trust the crew.
Actually, no, he
Anyone
didn't
have
tell us about the. Oh, he did tell us not to trust the crew.
He
Oh,
said not
fuck.
to
Trust the crew.
Yeah, but again, that doesn't mean so we can trust him.
No, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly.
But he's a
All
dodgy
right.
fucker like Cade.
Well said.
He speaks in weird fingering.
Just so everyone knows, Danny puts his hands up and starts fingering. Just his fingers are going
I
in.
think he ended with the middle finger, if I wasn't mistaken.
That's great.
I'll tell you what, the captain. I'll ask the captain if we can cut him loose, and then we'll cut him loose at the appropriate time.
Yes, I'm happy with that.
So unfortunately, no, we have to keep him in there. He's definitely a hazard. There's hard feelings. He may go after other people or the crew. So, how about this? I will unshackle him, but he would have to stay inside that area.
That's fine.
Okay,
So unshackled but still in the cage, correct?
that is correct.
That sounds fair.
So she raised her L. Is this everyone in agreement? Yes.
We have an
Raise
accord.
raise my empty chalice.
freedom.
All right, and we all clink, clink, ting, yeah, rolls, yeah, why not? And she drinks down and says, well, as lovely as this has been, I will kindly ask you all to leave now. Thank you.
Bye!
Deuces.
She is done. She just lost a lot of profit out of this, and she's like, I'm done talking to y'all. She's pissed with you guys.
I don't blame her.
Are you guys leaving, or are you guys gonna stay put?
We're leaving. I don't give a fuck. Oh,
Maybe.
I want to look. I want
Sir.
to look around.
Okay. That works.
You want to look around
Oh,
where?
it's a very small area. All you see is the table and the chairs, and then the doors that I scanned. There's nothing really
Sir
open.
Phil, you missed your chance for a better bed. You could have wagered for that. Now you'll be sharing a cot with me and Jammer.
All right, how about this? How about this, Sir Phil? Phil, how about we all leave? You stand guard over her and take her bed so that you can have a good night's sleep.
Take her bed. You can't just take her bed. You gotta be schmoozing.
But yeah,
I'll
since
take
She's
you're-
her.
already pissed at us.
And her bed.
there you go.
Okay, so you all three
if
leave.
the swatty
while-
redhead allows.
Well,
Fair enough.
if she kicks you out, I have a nice hard cot waiting for you.
We're in a hammock,
I'm gonna-
I
bitch.
bet you do.
I'm going to try and use my.
He's not talking about the hammock, Jammer.
Oh,
I'm going to try
goddamn
and
it.
use my powers of persuasion for her to allow me to share quarters with her because the downstairs quarters are not of my taking, not of my like. I'd like to do a persuasion check.
Sure. So are you three still staying down here, or you guys are going up and?
No,
Oh, we're
up,
gone. We're fucking off.
We're
Okay.
out. We're out.
So you guys
I
are
don't
off
want to
in
see any
different
of what's
time.
about to happen.
Yeah,
All right,
me
so,
neither.
Liar.
I want this to be whatever's bigger or whatever is the better modifier for you, either performance, persuasion, or even
Well, my
just,
persuasion is +4.
all right, roll
Is
that.
the highest one?
Is your performance low, Phil?
No, +2. Shut up, short sword. Yeah, but of all of them, that's why I was choosing persuasion, because it is my highest skill
Sure.
set on that one.
That's
So
good.
persuasion. D20.
Yep. And +4.
Oh, fuck. 7 +4, 11.
11. Ooh, she's not having it, man. You had to be kind of
Fuck.
at least a 13 would have been good.
Damn it, dude.
She's just like, I'm
All
sorry.
right.
Yeah, no, you have to go sleep with the others.
Come on, blue balls. Back to the hammock girls.
You guys are standing outside the door and outside hearing this, through the keyhole.
No, he's just like,
Aid cracks open the door and is just like, all right, blue balls, come on, we heard it.
and freaking Phil is more disappointed. He's like, yeah, my back's gonna be freaking terrible tomorrow because I'll be sleeping in a freaking hammock.
And a nice feathered bed, right?
If they're still outside the doors, I should say, I have chosen not to spend the evening with the swatty redhead. Persuaded of me.
Isn't that worth
to
much
stay
trouble?
with you and my friends. She is not of my liking.
She lacks a good dwarfish beard.
True.
All right, so you guys go upstairs and you go. So just to keep pushing the story a little bit along, we kind of spent a little too long with the captain. So you
The
guys,
one woman in the game, of course we did.
That's not like us at all, is it?
so you guys pretty much pass out for the night, right? You guys, I know you guys probably want to do other stuff. It's getting late. You guys go to bed. You all go to sleep in your nice, lovely hammocks. Sir Phil's having a fit. It seems like he got one of the crappier ones. His head keeps falling through a big hole in it, and he can't find the right spot. So he's just having a terrible time in it. You all feel the boat starting in the middle of the night, right, toward sunrise. The boat is starting to rock a little bit more heavier and harder than it normally does, and it feels like you guys are getting a little jostled around as you guys are swinging. Sir Phil and Kay kind of hit each other in the hammocks as you guys are swinging, right, and you're starting a little pelican or a pendulum swing, going back and forth. So that's kind of happening now. You guys get up. And you guys go ahead and notice, as you guys will go up on top of the deck while breakfast is being made, that it's a very, very cloudy day, and there's a light rain starting to patter the front of the decks, or on top of the deck.
Dwarf must
Like water!
Right, yeah, Dolpasa, or what's it?
I say it's
Passe.
pronounced different ways of different parts of the world.
It's French. You are definitely not enjoying this. You are kind of getting rocked. You're like, oh. Fuck, man, I can't. Your sea legs, are they good? Right. So you are feeling the jostling in your stomach very, very deeply right now. So you guys notice that it looks like something's coming, right? Mr. Wiggins is up on top of the ship, and he sees y'all come out, and he's like, did you lasses have a good sleep? I forgot his accent.
He's the Scottish one.
Yeah, he's Scottish.
Yes,
Pretty good, man.
I passed out pretty good.
It looks like we got a storm heading toward us. Yeah, and he points out his arm out to you guys, and he says, "Look at me arm!" And you see the hair sticking straight up. When my hairs on my arm stick up straight like this, that means she be mad. She's be mad, and she's talking about the ocean, right? As in Mother Nature. My hairs never lie. They never lie. And as damn. As you guys are talking, it's starting to rain a little bit harder now. Not hard, but just a little heavier than it was before. I suggest you lassies get underneath into the ship before you get your pretty little hairs wet. And he looks specifically at Dolphus as he's talking like this. And he just flicks his hair in the back.
And I decide to take an insight check on this fellow. He seems mighty suspicious and eager to usher us underneath.
Sure.
I just want to see if.
So, oh yeah, I should probably roll. I was like,
Oh yeah, you need to roll that. D20 plus your insight.
Ah, fuck. Okay, so 12 plus. What's my insight? What the fuck is it? 12 plus 3 is 15.
Easily. Yep, you know he's telling the truth. He really believes that
Damn
his
it.
arms can predict the weather. The hairs on his
All
arms.
right. Well, then I
Going
guess
under.
we shall commence to underneath.
Cool. So as you guys start heading down, breakfast is kind of getting out, but what's only brought out is biscuits and a couple of eggs. He couldn't make up anymore because the ship is tossing too much. So you guys have a more of a meager breakfast. As you guys are
Yeah,
eating,
sounds good.
the ship is getting tossed even harder now, like stuff is going down. Soon you hear the bell outside ring, ding ding, ding ding, ding ding, and then everyone who's sitting around you bolts up and starts going up straight up the stairs to the top of the main deck.
We stop a passersby on the way. What is happening, good sir?
It's like the bell, something's happened up top. We have to go. Come on, let's go. And he starts running up the steps.
I follow him. I don't know
Follow.
if these guys do.
I do too. Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
As you guys come out, it's been like night and day. It is no longer just kind of raining. It is like dark clouds all around you. You see waves slashing up against the ship.
Is this normal?
You notice that it's now like a massive storm has just caressed all around you. This wind has picked up. Now it's just like hard rain. Is that too loud for you guys?
A little bit.
They're like,
There we go.
You
Yeah, but it's
see,
very
or you
realistic.
you feel hard raindrops pelting your face and stinging your face. And you look around and the waves it's like the ocean. She is mad now and she's just trying to seek vengeance out of everything that's been in her or around her, you know. So it is just a massive storm around. As you come up here, Mr. Wiggins says, "All right, lads, this is it. She is a coming and she's going to eat us all whole. Lower the sails. Lower the first main mast in the middle and then raise the other two on the ends. Put the sails down over the gun. She's going to pull us under. Lads, I tell you all, get your lifelines on. Get your ropes around your waist and tie them up because you're going to fall off and you're going to get eaten into a..." And you see him tying off a rope around his waist and tying off, and he is up on top of the second level in the back, and he holds that wheel, and he's just laughing with glee. He's like, "I live for this shit, yeah!" And he's just loving it. What are you guys doing? All the men around you are scrambling to do what he said and tying themselves on.
I am short.
Tie myself down.
That's short. Do not.
What's
follow.
that?
Sit down, is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Say-
tie myself down and ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Ship.
I say
I'll
we
do it
follow
too.
suit, Jets. We all
As you guys are
follow
doing
suit.
this, water is coming up over the edges because it's slapping so hard against the ship and it's washing against your feet. I want everyone to do a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
So roll a d20 and find your saving throws area there, and I want you to add that bonus, that modifier. It's above your skills. It's above your skills.
A
Oh.
dexterity one?
Yep, tell me if you get lower than a 10.
I'm confused.
I
Where are
got
we looking again?
A10.
Oh, sorry, so look at your skills, and right above that, there's a thing called saving throws
Oh, right.
Oh, right
Dex
there.
for which one?
for dexterity.
I got
Okay.
18 minus 1, so 17.
Everyone
18
be-
plus 2 is 20
Perfect.
for
I
me.
got saved by my throw, so my dexterity is +5. So
Oh, you barely just made it, Cade. That is awesome. And then what about you, Sir Phil?
Yes, I got 13 minus 1, so 12.
Perfect, you all made it. So you see a couple of the crewmates slipping and falling and sliding across the deck, right? And people are just going all crazy and stuff like that. And then you see them getting up and starting to continue back to what they're doing. Mr. Wiggins is still on top. You don't see the captain at all. You just see Mr. Wiggins up there like a crazy rage of just manic like eyes just shining in his eyes, and he's just loving this. He's like, "Yeah, lads, get ready for this. This is gonna be fun. We should have made sacrifices to her, but we will show you her who is better." And as you guys are going through, soon you all see in front of the ship a massive wave starting to get crest up higher and higher and higher. It overshadows the ship itself. The ship is starting to turn sideways, going up this massive wave, like it will end up capsizing. You see Mr. Wiggins on the side holding that wheel of the road. He's straining. He's like, lads, I don't think I can hold it. I'm running for a doozy. And as he's
Can't take it anymore.
as he's holding it, you kind of see the ship starting to right itself correct and going up at the pinnacle of the top of this wave, right? The whole ship is in a massive angle now. Everyone, again, do a dexterity saving throw. Everyone's in like a massive, like 90-degree angle, and like a 45-degree angle.
I got an 8 minus 1. I got 7.
You got natural 1? Oh, so that's
I got natural 1, and I got a -1 on my dexterity.
5 plus 2.
I got 6 total with the minus.
I got a 13.
So Cade is
I
holding
can't
it
swim!
Pretty much
around
fell
the-
over and killed someone.
Kate is able to hold on to the mast for dear life while everyone just falls and just slides. Phil ends up like grabbing Dolphus with him, and you butt heads, and you guys take. I'm gonna roll the dice here. Hold on. You both take 2 damage from knocking heads each other and getting boots and
And
scrapes.
that's hit points, right? Not
That's hit points.
armor.
As you both, yeah, exactly, hit points. You both take the 2 hit points damage, and as you guys are sliding, and all 3 of y'all, except for Cade, hits the between the 2 doors on the back end, right? You know where the 2 doors goes down to the captain's quarters. As we're cresting this, and Mr. Wiggins is still up there. He's like, I told you, lads! I told you I could see him right at the top! As he's still straining, he's holding, he's like, we're at the crest! We're almost there! As he's holding, and the ship soon goes up and manages to barely get over the crest of that ship. And as you all see, it just kind of flattens out level, and then starts tilting down the opposite way, like you're going down in a 45-degree angle, like you're rolling a roller coaster. Now wind is just hitting your face, billowing all of your clothes, pushing back. Now I want, again, everyone to do a dexterity saving throw on this.
Oh my god.
Water
Okay,
is
I'm
splashing
bad
up
at
on the decks and is pushing you back up against
19
the
plus
wall.
2. 19 plus 2 for me.
1 minus 1.
15.
What the fuck?
Sometimes you get good rules, sometimes you don't.
15 plus 5.
Perfect, Kate. You're still holding on. You're like, I am not moving this place. You're good. You do that, right? Everyone else is still filling down. Oh, Sir Phil, what'd you get?
I got 15.
All right, so you're able to manage to stay up, and you're just like splattered like back, and your arms are flat against the wall, right? Because you're going down like a roller coaster, so you're good. Unfortunately for Dolphus and Tommy, you both are falling down, and you can't.
I got 19. I got 19
Oh, you
plus
got
2.
18? My bad. You're good. You're up there with Sir Phil. It's just Dolphus. He manages to fall again, and he accidentally, as he falls, he bumps another crewmate over next to him, and he ends up falling overboard next to him, and the lifeline snaps, and you hear Dr. Wiggins like, no, not Smithy! Smithy! As he sees Smithy just falls over the edge and goes and hear into the water, and he disappears into the water.
I fell into, right?
Guys-
Or just Smithy.
No, just Smithy. You
Oh,
pushed him
thank God.
over.
You knocked him off.
Thank God.
I can't swim.
You guys are riding this all the way down, right? As you're riding it down, this massive wave, you start to see ahead of you that you start to see the sun break through the clouds. It's very, very subtle, right? You can see that up ahead, it's going to end soon. And Mr. Wiggins like, I can see it, lads! Hang on, we're almost there! And he's holding it, straining, and you hear the ship around you creaking and sounds like things are breaking all over around you. You soon start to level out, and the whole ship levels, right? And carrying that motion of going down starts to propelling you into what the sunlight I was describing earlier. More sunlight is starting to hit your ship and all around you, and in a blink of an eye, the whole storm is behind you now.
Ooh.
You see sunshines out of just nowhere starting to hit everything, right? and it's like a bright blue sky. If you look behind you, you see this massive storm behind you just carrying on its way, right? And Mr. Wiggins straightens the ship and he's like, yeah, that's a good one, lads. Yeah.
Can I do
Poor
a-
Smithy. I'm
What about Smithy?
Can I do an insight check on Smitty?
He's dead.
I
He's
got
gone.
16 plus 2. Oh, he's the actual.
Shitty Smitty's gone.
He's gone. I told you, lads.
He's
all we
gone,
needed-
sir. Wilson's gone.
He's got the Davy Jones locker.
It's like, I told you, lads, that she needed a sacrifice, and poor Smithy took it upon himself. Ah, God rest his soul, as he starts doing like motions over his stuff, right, over his chest and his mind. And as you see, everything is soaking wet. All your hair is plastered to your faces. Your clothes are drenched, and it's just like a normal day now. Nice clear skies, and Mr. Wiggins is like, oh, well, that was a very, very big one. Everyone's just kind of like getting up and just kind of dossing off themselves. And Mr. Wiggins started looking around. Well, what are y'all doing? Come on, let's get this ship moving. He starts chopping his hands. Come on, raise that one sail and lower the other two sails. Come on, let's do it. Chop, chop. And all the crewmates are like, oh, yeah. And they're like snap into what they were doing to untie themselves, and they're back trying to get all the sails back. You little bastards, you don't even think you can you don't even know you've been through a storm before. Come on now, that was easy. Back in my day. And he starts going off on like all this random stories, and everyone's just kind of ignoring him now as he's trying to do his stuff. What are you guys going to do? I'm going to give my voice a little break.
Who was the captain in all this?
Yeah, we should
He's
check out
back
the
in the
captain.
quarters, man.
Why
Captain.
is she not like leading in charge? Of course, Smitty over here.
He's all dead. So,
So I
the
think we should
captain comes.
ask Wiggins where the captain is.
Sure, he's like, oh yeah, the captain likes to stay underneath the ship. She's the most important. And as he says that, he kind of gestures with his fingers in quotation marks, air quotation marks. Important member of this crew, so she has to stay safe underboard, underneath in her quarters.
I wink at Wiggins, and I'm like, I know what you mean. Important.
Good.
Do you guys want to go check on her?
Sure. I mean, I'm just becoming more and more Brandon's.
Mr. K-Jump, sir, it means you have some sort of affinity and communication with prisoner downstairs. Perhaps you would like to go and check on him, and I'll go and check on the captain.
Split up. 3, 2, 1, break.
3, 2, 1, break. Done. Awesome. All right, so Kate, you go check on the prisoner. You check on him. He's okay. He's definitely kind of shooken up a little bit. You saw that his shackles are released as promised by the captain, and he's just kind of sitting there. And he sees you, and he quickly does some finger motion, and you guys are fingering each other again. And he says that that's like he asked like what's going on? You know, what happened? Was that what was all that about, kind of thing?
I went
So
with
I
Kate,
tell
by
him.
the way, not with.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're hanging. Okay. First off, I tell him thanks for the information about the crew and the egg. It's very helpful. Gave us leverage. I was trying to build this trust between me and
It wasn't a Kraken this
See
time.
how that works out.
Right. So Dolpha says, like, poking him like with his elbow, Cade in the ribs. Hey, tell him it's not this, not the Kraken. He's good.
It's not the Kraken this time.
Yeah, and
This
so
guy can
there's-
understand us, right?
I know.
This guy can
Yeah.
understand us. We just can't understand him.
Yeah, he has no
I
time.
can understand.
Right. He can definitely understand you, yeah. You just can't talk it.
Yeah, I just.
And he
thought
mentions
about
back,
the
yeah,
story.
no Kraken.
I'm attacked by a furry beast.
There you go.
Go Kraken.
You can hear us. Oh, that's
I like it. Brandon just crossed his arms and wiggled his arms around to help emphasize his sign language. Awesome. Sir Phil, Tommy, did you go with Sir Phil?
I went with Sir Phil.
Awesome. So it's unlocked. You go down, and the captain is, out at the table, spreading out her map and stuff, and is like, "Yes, I see it was another storm. Is everything okay up there?"
I'm I'm afraid we lost one of your crew. Shitty Smithy is no more.
I heard about him. Yes.
He's been
It's okay.
flushed.
Okay, I understand. Oh, there it is. Oh, fuck, guys. Oh, that's good. All right. It's okay. It's okay. He wasn't that important anyways, so that's fine.
This may be one of the reasons why your crew don't like you very much. You don't seem to give a shit.
They're hired help. There's many people that can hire his help.
Can't be
Awesome. So as you guys are talking, you both hear what Dolphasai and Cade. You see a crewman run out from the kitchen quarters, right, the kitchen area, and run straight up the stairs like crazy, yelling like as he's running up the stairs.
Oh shit!
I run to where he ran from.
As you run, you look and you see both the doors are open. The one you're looking to the kitchen, and then further ahead, another door is open to the goods area. You see that there's a bunch of water there, and you see a hole that the ship is starting to take on water in the hole.
Oh no!
Oh fuck!
I'm glad the crew took the appropriate measures of running away from the scene.
I start
Maybe
losing
the
my
captain's
shit.
right.
I'm like, we're sinking! We're sinking!
And you're sure you're trying to plug it, right? You're trying
Yeah! Cade, help me!
Oh my god.
I hear you're good with your
Yeah,
fingers.
Wait a minute. So I'm trying to see
I don't respond to that. You know?
how big is this hole?
It's a very massive, decent sized hole, and
Is
it's
it
all
possible
broken.
to plug it?
No, not with anything that you have. It's taken on. It's in a weird shape that won't be able to cover it perfectly. So it's starting to take on water, and that guy just sprints out there.
Look,
All right.
Cade,
So
I grabbed
We
the booze and you grabbed the egg.
I'm all for it.
So you guys grab that.
I grabbed the blackout juice. And he grabs the
I
egg.
think you grabbed them. No, to like stuff them in the hole, right? Is that the
No,
reason,
we're
or-
leaving. We're saving these two things.
Yeah.
We can't stuff shit in the hole. He just said that.
Oh,
Yeah, he
shit.
just said
All
that.
right.
I just
He says decent size. That
Um,
wasn't descriptive enough for me. But all right, continue.
He said none of the objects in the room can fit in it.
It's
Okay,
a weird
fair enough.
spot. So
Perfect.
Dolphus grabs that. I grab the egg, and I unlock the
Must be the
prison's
whip.
door on our way out.
Perfect. So that's what y'all do.
Oh.
You can put inside your inventory if you want, or like your bag or whatever you're carrying.
Can we raid the hold?
What?
Sure.
Armor, weapons.
So
rations?
it's all
Shit's
like
going down, baby.
Are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are you talking about fighting the hole?
No,
Ray,
looting, like looting it, like going
Armor
around.
hold.
like Raiders of the
Oh,
Lost
the
Ark.
hold, not the hole.
Hold.
Oh,
Okay.
god damn.
Like going around looting stuff. All you find, you know that all the men carries all their stuff on them and like all their money and their weapons. All you can really gather is like a bunch of like food items and stuff like that, and maybe some utensils if you want it. But that's pretty much is all you
I
can do.
put the barrel of blackout juice in my pocket or bag, whatever you said.
Sure.
What kind of barrel fits in your pocket?
Nobody
Yeah,
said
I
we can just put the quick piece.
I see.
I have a plan later. If we get attacked by a kraken, I'm throwing the shit at him and shooting.
Gonna get that bitch drunk.
Oh my gosh.
Blackout, Kraken. Blackout.
Blackout. Oh my gosh.
Go to sleep. Go to
You
sleep.
all hear the bell at the front. Ding, 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 ding,
Fuck.
again. So Tommy and Sir Phil, you hear this, and the captain's like, "Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I think we need to all go." So she goes up there too, right?
For once.
To full one. They all meet up at the front. Are Cade and Dolpha are you guys going up to
Yeah.
the main deck? Perfect.
Right.
Now
No,
that
we're
you
going
carry
to
your
the-
barrels with you or whatever the hell.
As you're carrying the barrel, you're like trying to shimmy through the small narrow way. You're carrying this massive barrel. So you
I
guys
wanna
break
go to
out.
I want to go to the life raft, not the.
Oh
I want
shit!
to go to the main deck.
We should save our friend
The white raft
before
is
he
like over the
drowns
main
down
I
here.
already did. Didn't you hear me? I said unlock his thing.
Oh, you did? You unlocked his shit? You have the key?
Oh, you unlocked
Oh.
his jail cell?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I said a lot of things at once. I probably shouldn't.
It's alright.
I don't know how turns are supposed to work here. So Yeah, that is one of the things I said. Do I have to roll for that?
Probably, right?
Because you don't have the key, you can try to lockpick it. Excuse me, you can try to lockpick it.
I'll do that.
So roll a sleight of hand. Roll a sleight of hand on that one.
Is that a D20?
Yeah, D20 and add your sleight of hand modifier.
18.
Easily. So you got your picks out, right? Like, click, and you're just like, easy. And you're like,
I'm a regular
you
sandfisher,
open it
baby.
up. Open it up, and the man just kind of sits there and looks up at you, like not knowing what to do, right? Are you telling him to come along with you?
Finger him.
I finger him, wiggling my fingers, circle up.
Hey, go.
Follow
What are you
behind us,
telling
right?
him?
We don't want us to run out and then see that we freed the fucker. Hang back.
The ship,
They're not gonna
the
notice,
ship
it's
is
fucking
sinking, baby. Yeah,
Kraken.
the ship is sinking. They got stuff to do.
Fine, we all run out with the stuff we stole
Thinking,
and the
but
prisoner
very
on the
slowly.
deck.
Like very, very slowly. You know, you
Very
have
slowly.
time.
I'd like to know, the captain left her quarters. Are Tommy and I still in the captain's quarters, I hope?
No, we left with her.
Ran out
We left with her. Yeah, we did. We ran out
She
after
ran
her.
up to the deck. She ran up
And
on
I
deck.
followed her. I
did.
followed
Oh,
her.
did you? I didn't. I'd like to stay behind and see if there's anything I can pilfer, loot, borrow, beg and steal from her.
Or sniff.
Or sniff.
Oh,
God. Belongings.
Nick, why'd you have to go
You
there?
mentioned a map was on the desk, etc. Is there anything else of interest or value that I could take?
Sure, you can open up one of the doors and notice it's like it's her like living area, right? It has like a small little drawer, and her bed, and the other drawer is her actual desk working area. You find some gold there, and what you find 20 gold pieces, and you find a ruby, a small ruby gem that's among that. You can easily just kind of stick that in, make a note on your paper about that, you know.
Got that, and one
Yep,
ruby.
that's why I have a notebook. I learned that from other D&D.
Oh, that's right.
For all the Star Wars names in that game, especially since doing Star Wars characters.
Excellent. Nothing
guys-
else of value or interest?
Not that you can tell.
Then I shall head to the upper deck with my fellow friends.
Easily. Cool. So you guys get up there, and then you guys, as you come up here, you're starting to hear the whole, like, spill of it. The one guy's like, Mr. Wiggin. It's like, Middleton, come on. Speak it. What is it? Let me know. And he's like, what? Come on. Spit it out, will ya? And he's like, water. He's like, yes, we are all on water. Look around, we're on water. No, down. And then he just finally gets it out. Water, we're taking a water hole. And he's like, well, why didn't you say so, crazy? And he like runs down to go and inspect the hole, right? And he goes down there and looks around, and he comes back up, and he's like, okay, we're all good. It could be fixed. And the captain's like, yes, it definitely can be fixed. Can it, Mr. Wiggin? Yes, it can, Captain. Yes. Unfortunately, we used most of our supplies, and we left in a little hurry from Von Rose Landing. So I'm losing my accent, just pretend it's like this.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
It's fine.
We lost a lot of our supplies, and we need to get more. And she's okay. And she says, Reed. Well, she doesn't have an accent. Reed, go on the lookout and see if you can see any areas we can stop and anchor, so we can really look at this ship and to repair it. And Reed's like, aye, Captain. So he goes up there and pulls out his telescope.
Oh wait,
As he's looking
Jonesy,
around.
didn't you say?
Cade.
Cade.
Hey, didn't you say we were going to the lifeboat instead of up top?
The lifeboat is on the main deck
Oh,
with
okay.
everyone.
Okay.
So yeah, you
We're
two are
just
just kind of sitting there like, I'm ready. I don't know about y'all.
So we're standing there with the prisoner we freed behind us.
No, so
I'm
wait.
carrying a big barrel. He's carrying a
Got
box.
an egg, and I've got an egg.
He's got an egg. Did you just
And the
grab the
prisoner-
egg or did you grab the
Is that what he says? Like,
All right, so are we I see these two on the lifeboat, and I turn to Phil, and I'm like, Bale?
Wait, do we all make it to the lifeboat without being stopped?
I'm asking Phil if he wants to join the lifeboat.
I guess we should stay with our friends, and Cade does look like he's carrying an egg.
All right,
I
let's
like
do
egg.
this. We all get on the
I say we stay
lifeboat.
together.
We all get on the lifeboat.
No.
And before Dolphin can say anything, I cut us loose.
Oh,
Oh
fuck!
no! We're flying!
We're not in a big ship when we come across the Kraken.
So
little
I
ship
should probably be a little bit more
with a
descriptive with that. The lifeboat is on top of the deck, like not on the
Oh
side.
damn!
Right up to the way, it's gonna boom. They're like, and then one thing just drops, boom, and everyone just looks at you like, where did you think you're trying to go?
Did we kill anyone when it crashed to the deck from the sky?
No, everyone was out of the way. You're fine. So now the lifeboat's kind of like cricket a little bit, and some people fall out. The prisoner definitely fall out and rolled onto it. And yeah, so as the captain about to speak, she's like, what are y'all trying? And then you hear Reed says, Captain, I see something. And she's, yes, Reed, yes, what is it? And she says, it's an island up forward, whatever you call it, in front of us, right? North, in front of us. And it looks like, and he's like zooming in a little bit as he's going with his telescope. It looks like a broken ship. Yeah, it looks like it looks a little dangerous, but I think it's shallow waters we can anchor. And then the captain's like, all right, good job, Reed, good job. And then she kind of looks at Mr. Wiggins and says, do you think we can anchor off the side of the island and maybe salvage from that ship? And Mr. Wiggins kind of like, all right, Captain, I think that'd be the best plan to go with. Yeah, I agree. So and then the captain looks at you four and says, unfortunately, my crew here is not the best at new and exciting things when it comes to dangerous things. How about you for jumping to the lifeboat you just crashed on my deck and go to that island and maybe salvage some wood from that boat and bring it back while we dock close by.
We're taking the prisoner with us.
And we're also taking these barrel in the box that we got. Just a heads up, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
We
It's all
saved
good.
it, so we're gonna stick with it.
She's
Do
like,
they know that we have it? Can they see it?
We can obviously see the prisoner.
not the box, because it's in your pack, right? You
No,
put in your
I
pack.
mean,
don't bring up
okay.
the box or the barrel.
It's-
The barrel's in my backpack.
What the
So,
fuck
yeah,
are you
you
talking
always-
about?
Is it your pocket?
She kind of squints, is like, prisoner? Okay, and then she definitely gets to know like this island's like probably like deserted and stuff, and she's like, okay, I'll agree with this. Yeah. So all the crew ships, all the crew mates, whatever, puts boards underneath it and pushes it out over into the ocean. I'm thinking all y'all jumped out by this time, right? Before you guys.
Yeah.
Easily. So they put boards on it and slide it, and you're splash right down into the water, right? And you guys will soon get into this. So at this point, I still got a lot more for this adventure. This is like
no.
halfway point.
Oh, God damn
Do
it.
you guys want to? I know. Do you guys want to maybe do a second episode with this,
I would
or
love to.
I'm
Maybe-
down.
I'm down to do a second episode of this.
Hell yeah.
maybe to be
yes.
continued? ... with this.
Yeah.
To be continued. So,
So-
dear listeners, apparently this show went incredibly long because we were either too careful or not careful enough. I'm not quite sure. But if you like what you heard, do all the socials, like, rate, comment, share. We would definitely appreciate it. Also, feel free, Kevin, how if somebody wants to book an adventure with you, how do they do that?
Oh, that's easy. So all you have to do is you can either Google it or just even go into Airbnb and go on a quest with a dungeon master. I'm the one and only. Pop up, you see me, and you'll be able to go into an awesome adventure just like this. Only halfway through. So I have 3 adventures that I offer, and this is definitely one of them. So this is brand new, and I'm glad that you guys could start jumping in here and experiencing it like this, and it's just great. Also, I have a link in my bio on my Instagram, which is @questingwithadungeonmaster. You can also find me on Instagram and see all my newest adventures with people and reviews and all that cool stuff, and there's a link in my bio in there too.
All right. And so, generally, you guys know where to find us. Me, Danny, Nick, Jammer. We're always in the same place, so we're not going to do the thing. But you can find all of our great content on LRM Online. And folks, as always, thanks for listening, and we will catch you on the next one, the next part of this adventure. So, hasta la lasagna.
Don't get any on you.
Mission not accomplished yet. Maybe next time.
That was awesome.
That was
You guys enjoyed that?